Good evening, nerds. We are the Blue Ridge Nerd Network. I'm Luke, and this is Dom.
And this week, we're going to jump into some news, our most anticipated games of 2019, a Venom review, and our weekly sports picks, divisional round this week. So, let's go ahead and just jump on into some news. So, DC fans, rejoice. You have a second ringer. Aquaman has hit the box office for 4 weeks now. They have made $940 million so far domestically, and that's full box office. And they are scheduled to hit $1 billion this weekend.
That's impressive.
This will be the highest grossing DC movie, beating out Nolan's Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises by the end of its theatrical run for sure. Batman, both the Batmans made $1 billion each in their time ran. Aquaman's catching up to that in 4 weeks. It's currently sitting at a 7.5 on IMDb. You got a 65 on Rotten Tomatoes with an 80% audience score.
Not bad.
I think it's about time that we announce a review for this movie.
We need to go see it.
Definitely before it gets out of theaters.
We'll do our best.
That we will. But so far, from what I've heard, it's pretty good.
My roommate went and saw it. He says it's terrible, but he hates all the pretty things.
Yeah. From what I've seen from the trailers, it looks really good, to be honest. I like the way it looks. I can't wait to see how the camera work and all that is.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, James Wan had a option between Flash and Aquaman. He chose to go with Aquaman because he was the underdog. So, there you go.
Interesting choice.
It's a very interesting choice.
So that means there's a Flash movie coming?
There's a Flash movie coming, but it's
Shows how much attention I pay.
It's had a lot of problems. So
What DC movie hasn't had a lot of problems?
most of them.
Well, in other news, Overwatch released a new short story recently called Bastet, which focuses on some of Anna's backstory and some of Soldier 76's backstory. And it coincides with a new challenge and skin that was released in the game. I think it's Anna. I'm going to say Anna. If I'm wrong, I guess let me know. New skin for Anna.
Murder here.
Yeah, and Overwatch fans would.
Yes, they would.
Another fun little tidbit. It releases a little bit more lore about the Overwatch universe in this short story. But a fun little tidbit is they've announced a second character in the Overwatch universe is second playable hero, not just a character, is LGBTQ friendly. Yes. That is Soldier 76, and it is confirmed that he is homosexual.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. The other character is Tracer.
There's the bold move for a game to announce that.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, psycho murder bunnies just like everybody else, right?
And plus, you gotta love when a game incorporates lore, especially a game that you really wouldn't think would have lore.
See, that's the thing is Overwatch is so straightforward in its play style. The lore is really what would make you even at all interested.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little cinematic intro to the game itself is fun, but
I never played Overwatch, so is there a story mode to the game?
No.
Really?
It is. Well, there are some game modes that they'll release that have story, but a lot of time, like the Halloween one was kind of non sequitur.
Okay.
But they did one that you played as the Blackwatch, something like that. Heroes. I'm not a huge Overwatch nerd, so I don't know a lot of this, but you play as the Blackwatch. I'm going to say Heroes, which is you get to play as Reaper, Genji, Moira, and McCree. Those were the 4 you got to play as. And it was like a little campaign where you had to break into some place and steal a thing. That's one that I remember. There's been a couple.
Yeah.
But that's how they released their story.
I know the multiplayer for the game is crazy,
competitive. Some say toxic. I've not run into any of that, thankfully. But
I know a couple years back, my grandma was actually watching the Overwatch finals on TV.
Wow.
It was on Disney. So
Go figure. Go
what do you
figure.
do? Next up, time for some Star Wars news. Both Star Wars: The Mandalorian and the Clone Wars revival is set to premiere this year, 2019, but will be coming to Disney's own streaming service that they're attempting in Disney Plus. Disney Plus is supposed to have a release date this month, I do believe.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
I have to do more research on that, so don't quote me on that.
Soon, if they're announcing shows that are coming out this year, it's got to be soon.
Yes, which The Mandalorian, I don't know much of where it is in production. I know we're getting some casting news. And some synopsis results and stuff.
I expect it'll probably come out in the fall season. But that's just a guess.
And then the revival of the Clone Wars series.
Much anticipated.
We see Ahsoka Tano coming back after her presumed self-exile after the events of season 5. Because season 6 was really short.
I never watched Clone Wars, but I'm told I need to.
It is really good, especially when Netflix took over.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of pushed the envelope on some things more, took more risk. I really enjoyed it. I sat through and watched the entire thing in a couple weekends.
I need to.
But some more news about Disney Plus is that they aim to undercut Netflix in pricing. Because they're allegedly going to have less content. But then again, I feel like Disney has such a back catalog of shows and movies. And
if you think they're going to yank all the Marvel stuff from Netflix, right?
More or less. It's not officially been announced what they're going to pull from Netflix, but it's not officially announced what they're going to keep adding to Netflix at the same time.
I'm thinking, what's the only one that's still going is the only Netflix show that's a Marvel that's still going is Punisher, right? So,
and actually Jessica Jones, because Jessica Jones was never announced.
Right.
If it was canceled or not.
But, I mean, they're going to pull the movies.
Eventually.
They're going to pull the Star Wars movies off of it, I'm sure.
Eventually.
So they'll have enough content to compete with Netflix, I think.
Plus, like I said, their back catalog, all the shows they've had from...
Oh, man. If they put Hannah Montana on there, I'm on board.
I was thinking more along like maybe Kim Possible.
Ooh, did you hear about the reboot for that?
I heard about the live action reboot.
Have you seen anything from it?
I've seen some live stills of Shigo and Draken.
Not good. I'm not looking forward to it.
It's going to be interesting. Anytime you take an adaptation to live action, it's always interesting. Look at the results of the live action Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah, or the live action Last Airbender movie.
Yeah, those get name dropped a lot, honestly.
Because they're both god awful.
We always end up talking about them.
I mean,
but yeah, so they plan to undercut Netflix. So be looking for Disney Plus in the near future.
I mean, I'll buy a subscription.
You do own a subscription service for everything else.
Prime, Hulu, Netflix. The only thing I don't have, we have HBO Go when Game of Thrones is out.
There you go.
We only buy it for 6 months out of the year because we're frugal.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Get your Game of Thrones though.
That's it. Pottermore recently put up a tweet. This was last Thursday, I think. We just missed it. They put up a tweet that said that wizards and witches used to just do their business wherever they pleased and then use magic to make it disappear.
I was very shocked by this.
Yeah, until they adopted Muggle plumbing in the 18th century, I think is what the tweet said. Maybe it wasn't the 18th century. They adopted Muggle plumbing later in life, though.
Okay.
Like, I get that plumbing wasn't invented, but did you have to tell us that they just shit in the floor and vanished it?
I mean, I feel like that's there's a movie about that,
right? Is there J.K. Rowling's out of stuff to establish in her universe if she's talking about where wizards poo?
Yeah, that really is a movie. Jack Black.
Envy. Yeah, yes. The Vaporize. Yes. I remember that.
Yes.
That was a good one.
Not many people remember that.
Ben Stiller and Christopher Walken and Jack Black, right?
Yes, I do believe so.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Classic. Not really, but classic.
It's an all right movie. It's pretty good. Last on my docket news is Punisher Season 2 now has an official release date, January 18th. So get ready to binge watch that. with the release date, we got a teaser trailer released. We get to see his new nemesis and a new lead lady potentially.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen from the trailer, her and the new Punisher and the new lead lady have some on-screen chemistry that I'm really looking forward to see.
Interesting chemistry,
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely some key lines dropped in there. We'll let y'all watch it to decide on your own.
It's pretty good little trailer. I've not seen all the first season of Punisher. I know I've seen the highlights for sure, but
season 1 was good.
It's got me interested. So
that might be. We might have to do a video review of
Oh,
the season.
not to let you guys in on all our content, but
Maybe we just come up with ideas on the fly like that sometimes.
that's how we roll.
It is how we roll.
And lastly on the news docket, which is why viewership is down this week, I'm going to say, Brooklyn Nine-Nine premiered tonight at 9 o'clock on NBC. I'm sitting here in front of this camera doing a stream when I could be watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You all need to feel special.
That's also why there's DVR and stuff. That's why you have the
Hulu.
Hulu subscription.
I pay for Hulu. I'm not too worried about it. But I'm excited. It's back on NBC after getting canceled by Fox. Fox.
Yes, Fox.
Because Fox didn't own it. That's the rumor, at least. So they were scrapping it. NBC picked it up almost immediately, and now it's back.
Because it won awards.
It was a great show. It is a great show.
I've heard a lot of good things about the show. It's been recommended to me by multiple people, actually.
I'm on my second complete watch through right now. I'm in towards the tail end of season 1.
This is you said the 6th season, right?
Yeah, 6th season just came out.
So if you need a show to binge watch, there you go.
Start now. By the time you get done, you'll be ready to watch the whole new season.
There you go.
Another one, well, scratch that. That'll come up later when we talk about Venom.
That it will. So let's transition over to our
top 5 games of 2019, I think, is next on the docket.
We have 5 each.
Or, yeah, 5 each, top 10 between the two of us.
There's no really specific order. Specific, not Pacific.
There's no ocean order to this.
There's not. Just kind of some things that we've seen. IGN has 49 big name games coming out in 2019. We're going to talk about one of those, or one of the few of those that's caught our eye. And honestly, we'll probably talk about these more coming to the release date. A lot of these release dates are actually coming up here.
Yeah, dude. The beginning of the year is loaded with good games. I'm shocked.
Yeah, because usually it's the later half of the year, so that you can get the holiday sale.
Well, that just means all the stuff that we don't mention now, all the stuff that we don't know about now will surprise us.
Hopefully.
When's
E3 again?
Hey, Internet, when is E3?
It's
It says it's in 2019.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, who knew?
I think it takes place during the summer. If I'm not mistaken.
It's usually in like July or August, right?
I thought so. Yeah, June 11th through June 13th.
Wow, you were closer.
Yeah. Well, I just said month, so.
Yeah, I think summer doesn't. Screw it. Yes.
But first up on one of my games that I have listed is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Now, this is going to be a Switch exclusive. Not many of those. It's going to be done with Team Ninja. Sees 4 players co-op, much like the other Marvel Alliance games. And from the basis of the game, from what we've learned so far, it's going to be we're trying to stop Thanos in the Black Order.
Makes sense.
Go figure. It's kind of the trend right now on Marvel games.
When's that come? No date on that?
There is no official release date yet for Ultimate Alliance 3.
That's fair.
But yeah, Switch exclusive. Like I said before, not many Switch exclusives these days.
Yeah.
Kind of like Xbox exclusives. They're very hard to find.
Yeah, we'll get to one of those here shortly.
That we will.
I'm going to stay on the page of Marvel, though, and mention the Avengers game that is rumored to come out this year.
Is that being done by Square Enix?
No. That one is Crystal Dynamics, which is the studio that brought us the Tomb Raider games.
The
new
latest
ones,
installment.
yes.
Okay. Those are visually great games.
Oh, yes. With assistance from Eidos Montreal, I think is how you say that. Eidos Montreal, who do the Deus Ex.
Okay.
So both visually stunning games, both very physically, a lot of jumping puzzles, a lot of movement in those games. So that brings me, I think that's a good sign for the Avengers one. And the teaser trailer dropped in 2018, end of 2017, beginning of 2018. It's a brief little thing, and it's got hashtag reassemble in it.
Ooh.
But it definitely tells us that Thor, Captain America, the Hulk, and Iron Man, which the Iron Man suit that it shows is silver, so I wonder if it's not War Machine, but an Iron Man suit are going to be in the game, or at least that's what they teased, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Honestly, I'd like to see this being a kind of a create your own universe kind of thing. Much like DC Online in a way.
Yeah. The little blurb, so there's very, very little out about it. Yes. The little blurb said that it would be a universe that players could expect to enjoy for years to come.
See, that's great to hear. Games with great content is really hard to find.
Anymore, for sure.
Especially most of the time you have to buy the content. So
gotta have that DLC.
You buy the $65 game, then in 3 months you have a $20 DLC. In 3 months you have a $20 DLC.
Are you describing Destiny 2 right now?
I'm just describing games in general.
That's how it felt with Destiny 2.
Pretty much. That's how much. Well, like I said, any game really these days.
Yeah.
Next up, Kingdom Hearts 3. I know there's one of my very long-time friends is very excited about this game. It has been so long in the making.
Mm-hmm. We've been hearing rumors about this sucker for years, almost like Half-Life 3.
I feel like it's been announced. Something's been about it every year around E3, whether it may make an announcement or it may not. From what we do know, that it's going to follow the classic good versus evil tale. I know they're going to be adding some new universes to this Kingdom Hearts game.
Interesting.
Such as the Toy Story world, which they showed a snippet of that at E3.
Oh.
The play in that room is very, very beautiful. It looks just like the movies.
Wow.
Yeah, you're actually in Andy's room and everything. You see the racetrack and stuff. So
yeah.
It's definitely Andy pre-3.
Okay.
Because there's still things that it makes it seem that he's a kid. So, but that has a January 29th release date. That's right around the corner, actually.
Yeah. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's impressive. Like they snuck up on me. So many of these are so close.
Yes, they are. A lot of these games are actually first of the year, as we said before.
Mm-hmm. My next one is a TBA though. So I've got three TBAs on the list for me. So next is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I had a feeling this is going to be on your list.
Oh yeah. The second I didn't even know this was coming out, and the second I saw it, I was giddy as a schoolgirl because I didn't know there was another Star Wars game coming. There's no DICE title announced this year, which I thought was odd. Normally they've at least leaked something at this point. But Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is being made by Respawn Entertainment, which is the same company that made Titanfall 1 and 2. Titanfall 2 is Titanfall 1 was a launch game for the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Great game. Titanfall 2 added a story mode and made the multiplayer a little bit smoother. Also a great game.
I've never played those games personally, but I've played them here and there, but I've never invested time into them.
Yeah.
I personally thought those were great visual games.
They were, and the movement in them is very smooth. It's all about movement for some of them, like you get the grappling hook thing, you're zipped around the map. They also, Respawn Entertainment had something to do with the original COD games.
Okay.
I'm not sure which Call of Duty games that would be, but I think that's like maybe Big Red 1 and Finest Hour, that era of Call of Duty.
Like early.
But it's said to be a single-player action adventure, which means no multiplayer, which I'm kind of excited about. Maybe they can give us, 8 hours of campaign. I'd be happy with 8 hours of campaign. That's not a lot, but I'd be happy with that.
With DLC sure to come.
I hope. Well, it is EA. But they did something right with Battlefield 5 this year. And it's said to release in the holiday of 2019. No official date yet. So there's a late year game for us. I'll be picking that one up in November, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, might see a Let's Play on that.
I'll be playing it, whether or not we film it. I might suck at it.
Next up for games of 2019, a game that I'm actually really interested in. I feel like there's honestly news coming about this every week for new characters.
I'm reading your blurb here. I'm excited for this.
Jump Force. Jump Force is an attempt at a anime manga fighting game, kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom, and mixed with Super Smash because all the characters.
Yeah.
So what we do know about this game is that there is characters from the Dragon Ball universe, from the My Hero Academia. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. I'm probably pronouncing that. Academia. Or,
I don't know.
There's a lot of weird pronunciations.
They're Japanese. Who knows?
Even Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm very confused about.
I want to see Kaiba out there punching freaking Goku in the nuts. That's what I want to see.
I don't know because that is a card-based game. I'm very interested to see how that game plays.
Maybe we're going to get to see Goku beat up Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now that I would pay to see.
That'd be very interesting. Dragon Fist, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. That'd be pretty cool.
Dark Magician coming out there and send him to the Shadow Zone.
Yes. But this game also is an early release, February 15th this year.
Coming up soon.
Like I said before, there's news coming out every week about this, either new characters or new details. It's not been an official release of the roster size or who all will be featured in the roster. I do understand that there will be a story mode to the game.
That'll be fun.
That'll be really interesting to see.
Yuffie's got to rescue Goku from who do we have there? I don't know. Kaiba. That'd be a fun little romp, wouldn't it?
I could see Kaiba and Frieza teaming up.
Oh, those bastards.
Yeah, but Kaiba's more of a anti-hero than more of a villain.
Yeah, I feel so is Frieza towards the end.
Well, now he is kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, from the early previews we've seen, what I would consider to be the big three. This is the Show and Jump game because it has all their mangas and all their anime in it. The big three I consider to be Naruto, Luffy, and Goku from Dragon Ball. So that's pretty much the basis. Anyone in Japan will be involved with this game, that's for sure. So if you're trying to play multiplayer online, you're probably going to get wrecked.
Oh yeah, there's going to be, hands down, there will be some South Korean who holds the record for every character in this game within like a week.
Oh yes. Be prepared for someone using Krillin. That's going to wreck your shit no matter who you're using.
Oh, Krillin.
Oh, Krillin. But yeah, February 15th for Jump Force. That may be something that we look into as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Next up, Gears of War 5.
Now, this is an Xbox exclusive.
Xbox exclusive. A TBA date, but it is 2019 unless something happens with development schedule.
That's to be expected. That's pretty much all games.
Anymore, you have to wonder. You know, they'll say 20. Well, Anthem, which I'm going to talk about in a second, has had that problem a lot. But Gears of War 5, it's a new story. Follows what was the name? I want to say the last name was Diaz, maybe.
The steps away from Dominic.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah, it does. It's new enemies. Looks like the same style, which is a good thing. There's never been anything wrong with the Gears of War style.
No.
I enjoyed Gears of War 4. I loved 1, 2, 3. I never played the one where Baird was the main character. Can't remember the name right now.
Now, I wonder if they're going to be bringing back the chainsaw.
I'm trying to think from the footage I saw if it was back.
I can't think of the name of the gun.
The Lancer.
The Lancer. There you go.
I can't remember. I know the enemies look kind of like, I don't know. They kind of look like the Ouroboros from Resident Evil 5.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe, what was that guy's name in Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the original one? He was like a bunch of worms. Not important. They kind of look like that in the trailer. Okay. There's some footage out there if you guys want to check it out.
I mean, from the original games, the first installments, I mean, those are some pretty ugly monsters. So.
Yeah, the Locusts were hideous, but I think we're done with the Locusts now. And I'm trying to think what they were called. In 3, they added them in. Oh man, drawing a blank.
Gotta love drawing a blank.
Story of my life. Story of my life. But it looks good. Gears of War, hard to go wrong. Even with the fourth one, people were concerned about the story, but I think they did a stellar job.
My only concern is for diehard fans. Gears of War is a very fan-driven game.
Yeah.
And I just hope the fans accept it. Really.
See, that was an issue. That was a worry with the one where Baird was the main character. Did get some backlash for that, but what was the name of that game? I'm gonna look that up. But Gears of War 4 was received very warmly, from what I can tell, even by diehard fans of the original 3,
because Gears 4, if I'm not mistaken, spoiler alert, it brought Dom back, didn't it? Like something happened to Dom at the end of 3.
I don't know. I don't know if Dom actually came back or not. So was it 4 he came back and then
I thought
did his thing again? I don't remember, to be honest with you. Gears of War. It's been so long since I have Judgment. Gears of War Judgment was the one that Baird was the main character. It's been so long since I played any of them. He's in Gears of War 4, it looks like.
That's how you went with the Indiana Jones thing right there.
It's my go-to when I'm looking for stuff for a good reason. There's just one section on here that I need to find that'll tell me everything I need to know about Dom. Oh no, I think he's gone in 3.
Really? I could have swore he came back in 4. Which I was wrong. I haven't played the story mode on those.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Well, hello there, TJ. Sorry to hear about work. Work can be shitty sometimes. That's for sure.
I'm on vacation this week, so work has been fantastic for me.
I'm on a 3-day break right now, so work's been all right for me. Just longer hours right now. That's about it. You caught us at the perfect time, TJ. We're in the middle of our top 5 or our anticipated games now.
Anticipated games for 2019. We're just butchering some Gears of War lore right now, but
pretty much it.
That's about all I got for Gears 5.
Next up, for anticipated game of 2019, the Untitled Pokemon game. There's no real information on this except for it's been announced. It's going to have a fall release date. Junichi Masuda, to direct the Untitled game. He has been the front leader in all the Pokemon games. I do believe this might be his last time directing the games. I don't know if that means he's going to step away from the company at all, but I would hope not.
That's not what I meant to type. How about that?
And a lot of Pokemon fans will know the name Masuda because he is known for the Masuda method for the breeding. You take Pokemon from your native land, get a Pokemon from a foreign land, and it increases the chance of shinies.
Oh!
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah, it's speculated to be the official Gen 8 game. There's a lot of rumors saying that the Pokemon Evolution movie, or the Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, is going to be our first look at possible Gen 8 graphics.
That'll be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun, especially since the trailer for that movie was really good. I really liked it. So if that's the case, then Gen 8 Pokemon is going to be the best visually looking game in the entire series. Although Let's Go Pikachu looks really well as well.
Yeah, I got to play that for the first time. I've seen it played a few times, but I got to actually watch it in front of me for the first time today, and that is a very pretty game.
It is. Runs very smooth.
It does.
A lot of good
mechanics
to it.
Shocked. I don't have a Switch personally. Dominic here does, and I've not really spent a lot of time with him, but I think the Switch is great. I need to get one.
Yes. Well, I got one, so that's all we need.
Yeah,
But next up for
2019 games. Let's talk about one we've talked about a bunch. Anthem.
We have to talk about Anthem quite a bit.
We've mentioned it a few times. I'm still excited for it. I'm curious. I'm going to try to hop in this demo that comes out this month. I think that's the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. But February 22nd is the release date for Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. And just something that I know that we haven't mentioned before, but there are 4 Javelin classes in the game. So there are stronghold cities that you have to protect on this frontier planet, and you have your Javelin suits that help you do that. It's pretty, everybody who's watched anything about the game already knows this, but the Javelins are the Ranger, the Colossus, the Interceptor, and the Storm.
Okay.
I just wrote that down because I didn't really know that. I've not looked into Anthem much except for the gameplay, like the videos and stuff.
The gameplay does look great.
See, that's kind of what's got me hooked, and when I heard about it, I was really excited, and then they delayed it, and then they delayed it.
Then they delayed it.
And then they delayed it. So I kind of just stopped paying attention because I didn't want to build my hopes up. But now that it's a month away, month and a half, I'm letting my hopes get up again. I'm learning some more about the game. And
what's the worst they can do? Delay it? Wouldn't that be something?
That would be February 21st. Oh, hey, by the way, we're not going to release a game tomorrow.
We'll do it next week. We're just not feeling it this week. I can see it happening.
Well, as long as BioWare doesn't, I won't blame BioWare for Mass Effect Andromeda's mistakes, but as long as BioWare has their shit together this time,
yeah,
it'll be okay.
There's a lot of companies that don't have their shit together.
So many of them have let me down last year and the year before. It's absurd. But oh well. What can we do?
Go on to the next game?
Sure.
All right. Last up for my list of games is Far Cry New Dawn.
I had to fight Dominic to not have this on my list for him to have it on his list.
I technically had it down first on paper. So
Debatable. He doesn't even use it. Never mind. Continue.
Besides the point. It's on the internet, so it's more real.
More people can see it there, I'm sure.
That's very true. But New Dawn is going to follow the Far Cry Primal.
Yeah, the kind of the theme.
It's going to be taking place post previous game, like Far Cry 4 is Far Cry Primal. Far Cry 5 is going to be Far Cry New Dawn.
Yeah.
This too has a February 15th release date, same as Jump Force. Give you a little scope on this game. It takes place 17 years after the events of Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
I sadly I'm so close to finishing the game.
Man, I hope you didn't get any spoilers from reading about New Dawn because the end of the end of 5 floored me. Oh man, was it good!
I look forward to finishing that game here in the very soon future.
I'm really excited for this one because I'm curious to see how Hope County, Montana has changed in 17 years.
That's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see if those bliss fields have dissipated.
I wonder what they're doing nowadays.
Oh gosh, I think there's something going on with the bliss fields I don't know about.
You just finished that game, buddy.
Oh.
Nobody ruin it for him. If you ruin it for him,
we will find you.
I don't know what I'll do, but don't ruin it for him.
But yeah, February 15th, if you're looking forward to a new Far Cry game.
I am.
I am as well.
And the last thing on my list is the Division 2.
Division 2. All right, so Division 1, that game caught a lot of flack.
It did. So and I loved it when it first came out.
What are they doing to improve?
Good question.
That's a great question.
So in the first one, I loved it when it first came out, when there were no legendary gear sets and it was just you running around New York with your buds. The Dark Zone was an unappealing place. I never liked to go there. Never really went there.
Mm-hmm.
But I did all the stuff up until they released the first DLC and the raid.
Yeah.
I played the raid. The raid was grindy and I hated it. And I never went back.
See, that's what I've heard from a lot of different people is that because I had friends that literally quit Destiny for a while because of the game.
And it was good. The story was engrossing. I liked the elements of it. I loved being able to walk down the streets of New York City and shut car doors and shoot dogs. And because dogs at that, well, no, trust me, dude, it's the end of the world. Dogs, there's a virus going around killing people, and the dogs are a liability at this point.
I still cry when I watch I Am Legend. So
did the people who I was with whenever I shot the dogs, but they couldn't kill me because we were friends, so it was okay.
I'm calling the SPCA on you. It's all good.
They can put their sad dog commercials in my face all they want. It's not going to make me not shoot virtual dogs.
A little Sarah McLachlan in your life.
Just 10 cents a day, you can shoot this dog and put it out of its misery.
That's probably going to be the Division 2's little slogan.
It might have to be. No, apparently it's got a March 15th release date, so that's also coming up soon. Right there, right before spring drops.
On the Ides of March, I see.
Ooh, et tu, Brute. It's in a new area. It's not in New York City this time. It's in Washington, D.C. It is not, from what I can tell, it's not a biological warfare attack. It's more like a what's civil unrest thing.
Not to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
What's the time frame for the first one of this game?
I have no idea.
There's no official.
I couldn't find I Googled it actually to see where in the timeline the Division 2 happens compared to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like 5 years later or. I didn't see anything.
But what's the time? Well, when did Division 1 take place? Is there official years for that?
No, not that I can remember. Hey, Google.
Do your work. Yeah, Division 2. I knew a lot of people that really liked the game, but it
2015.
Okay. But it kind of died out for them because there's no content for the longest time. And what's a game without content?
Right.
Was it the release?
Apparently, you hit the city when you land in the city. You're the second wave of division agents. The president has died, and there's 300,000 dead within the city. And it is December 28th, 2015.
Okay.
So let me try to Google this again. Division.
Let's go Division, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Still.
There you go.
Welcome to our stream of Luke Googling things poorly. Story and factions. They say it's a 1-to-1 representation of the full city of Washington, D.C., which will be interesting.
Or if you see any small businesses on there that know and love.
There's not a lot of small businesses in D.C., sadly. There's this really kick-ass little restaurant called Plan B in D.C., if you're ever up there. It's a great steak and beer place.
Plan B?
Plan B.
Sounds more like Plan A, if you ask me.
See, that's one of the great things about that. No, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just dumb.
Yeah. Takes place in D.C.
Well, according to the NCAA.org, 1973.
Really?
No, that's probably talking about the National Collegiate Athletics Association or whatever that. Is that what that stands for?
Yes.
I knew a thing.
There you go.
I'm proud of myself.
There you go. Yeah, no,
that's not about the video game.
Never mind. Wrong one. But yeah, so that wraps up our anticipated games.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing about the division. Apparently, there's some in-game specializations that your character will hit once you reach level 30 that are supposed to help with your late game content. But that was something I felt like was missing from the division. They added the raids, but my character never got any better at what he did. So,
how was the customization in the first one?
Beautiful. You had so many different pieces of armor, which I really enjoyed. You had a holster, you had a backpack, you had your clothes, which was separate from your gear. Your gear was your gloves, your holster, your backpack, your pants, and your. I think that's it. There's
boots.
I think boots were cosmetic.
Okay.
Your actual pants, your boots, your shirt, your hat were cosmetic, but everything else was part of your gear. But I enjoyed it a lot. You could have 2 primary weapons and a secondary, and I usually always carried something that shot a lot of bullets really fast or had a big magazine. So I usually carried like a LMG.
Gotta love an LMG.
A shotgun, the best shotgun I could get my hands on, and a really good pistol because I always was the dude with I did the shield.
Riot shield.
The riot shield, and I would just tank for a minute, and then whenever my riot shield went down, I would throw up my deployable wall and hide behind it. And while everybody else did all the killing, I would just get shot at a lot.
strategy guy over here.
I was the tank. It was fun.
But yeah, all right. So
hence why I'm excited about the Division 2.
There's a lot of good games coming out in 2019. Like I said, these are only 10 of the 49 big name games that ING says is coming out this year. There's more to find out. That's for sure.
For sure.
But let's go ahead and jump into our review for Venom. Now, just so you know, this is going to be a spoiler review.
Yes, spoilers ahead. Wah, 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 wah.
We feel as if it's been on DVD for a while now.
I mean, it's been out for what, a month?
Yeah, y'all had enough time to watch it in theaters, on bootleg, or through Redbox, which is how we got it.
I would hold up the Redbox, but it's in the other room, and I don't feel like moving.
Yes, we literally watched it a couple hours ago.
It's fresh in our minds.
That it is. So let's jump into some notes that we had for Venom. First off, I'd like to say that I enjoyed the movie.
I did too.
Really liked it.
I did. A friend of mine told me, my buddy Chase told me that it was the best superhero movie that he's seen in years. And while that may not be 100% true compared to some of the other Marvel properties, I would say that as a standalone film, this is by far one of the best movies that I've seen in a long time.
It does a really good job at kind of piecing its own universe together in just one movie.
It establishes the characters well, I feel like. It establishes the powers well, and it establishes the villains well.
Yes. We see quite a few villains.
We do.
And a lot of name drops. The first name drop you see in the movie is
Like the first minute of the movie.
Yes. J. Jonah Jameson III. If you know his comic book origins and his, well, I guess comic book origins in general.
Yeah.
He is the famous J. Jonah Jameson Jr.'s son. He is an astronaut in comics, and he has other alter egos. One universe, he is a werewolf.
One universe, he's Carnage.
One universe, he's Carnage. And what was the other one? Mr. Jupiter?
Mr. Jupiter and Star Master or something like that.
It makes sense because he is an astronaut and could easily attain cosmic powers if he would.
So John Jonah Jameson III on Earth 616. Which one's that?
616.
That's what I said.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's pronounced 616. Just how you pronounce the Marvel Universe.
On Earth 616, he's Man-Wolf. That's his alias. Star God is another one. That's the one. Star God.
Okay. Star God. That's kind of a unnecessary name.
That's a bold name.
It is a bold name.
Weird flex, but okay.
6 strings in the first time we had to use that.
We're doing good. His affiliation is with the Agents of Wakanda, apparently.
Ooh.
So there's that.
How about that? Is that for the Man-Wolf?
Yes. I think that's his primary. Yes.
Okay. I can see him leading some Wakandans, that's for sure. But yeah. J. Jonah Jameson Jr. or the third gets name dropped literally within minutes of the movie,
and supposedly dies.
It's not announced that he's not dead. It's not announced that he.
Yeah. So he's the only. Remember, spoilers. He's the only surviving He's the only surviving astronaut in the crash in the beginning of the movie that brings the symbiotes, the 4 symbiotes, down to Earth.
Because as you know, from pre-knowledge that the symbiotes are alien life forms, and we found them by the movie.
Yeah,
we found them on a comet.
Venom and Riot say that they found us, but same difference.
Depends how you want to spin that,
right? Let's see. Yeah, Jameson is the astronaut. He's the only surviving member, but he survives because of the symbiote. And we assume he dies when the symbiote leaves his body like it does everybody else.
Yes, there's quite a bit of death. Also, this movie's honestly could have been rated R. If it had a little more language, you do get your one F-bomb for beating PG-13.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like they could have. I mean, they don't have to go full Deadpool,
No.
or maybe full Logan,
No.
but I feel like they could have.
I feel like they may be saving that for the second one because
Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
they do. Spoilers. They are going to bring Carnage into the second one.
yeah. As Woody Harrelson,
Yes,
of
Woody-
all people.
And because that's revealed in the post-credit scene. Post-credit scene is really well done.
Oh yeah.
Woody Harrelson looks great as Cletus Cassidy, I believe.
Why have I gone away from this? Why don't I just leave IMDb up the whole time we talk anymore?
We usually do, actually.
Yeah. Actually, it's still up. I don't know who I'm kidding. Cast.
Woody Harrelson, yes.
Cletus Cassidy.
Yes.
Good job.
So he is. They say the P word. They do say the P word quite a bit in that movie. Pussy.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Parasite.
I mean,
could go either way.
Venom would consider that be
the P word. Yeah.
Like I said, not really a kid-friendly movie. A lot of head biting.
Yeah, a lot of head biting off, but no gore, so it is technically kid friendly if you
don't see
want to take your 13-year-old to that.
Decapitation, but they got their heads ate off. That's for sure.
There are at least 2 times that they straight up just bite some dude's head off, and then one time that I'm pretty sure Venom eats a dude whole.
He does. He does.
He does.
He was hungry. Venom was hungry.
They were after chocolate and tater tots, but they went with angry Asian man instead.
Yeah, which chocolate tater tots? That's an interesting combo.
I kind of want to try it. I got I got curly fries. You think that's the same?
No. Maybe better though. Who knows?
Let's see. So they introduced the symbiote healing and the powers very early.
They do.
As the symbiote's leaving the crashed space shuttle, they show the regeneration powers of it healing one of the people that's taken over his leg. It's broken with the bone through the skin. And then it's just like, whoop, she's better.
They do a really good job at showing the healing factor in multiple scenes.
Yeah.
And how almost instantaneous it is. It's pretty cool, actually. Speaking of that, I think the CGI and the visual effects in this movie are actually really well done. Really well done.
Yeah. I didn't notice any. Like, there was a big CGI fight at the end between Ryan and Venom.
It wasn't, was it like CGI wanky?
It wasn't disorienting. You had Tom Hardy and Riz Ahmed's character, which are Eddie Brock and
Carlton
Drake, respectively, in the symbiote, also fighting each other. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How they, like, when they would pull out, then they would swing punches. It's
like
cool.
fighting at the same time.
Yeah.
Like a 2v2.
I mean, it is, right?
Pretty much. But yeah, I really enjoyed their character. I really enjoyed the banter between Eddie Brock and Venom. Because once Eddie becomes aware of the situation and what's really going on, they have a lot of interesting conversations. Quite a bit of comic relief. That's never bad in a superhero movie. It's kind of expected,
and it's not too much. It's a good amount of comic relief that it doesn't pull you out of the moment.
And at the same time, it's also more an adult-driven comic relief.
It is, for sure.
There's not many kid jokes in this movie.
Nope,
none at all that I can really think of.
That's why I drug that in out on the note. None that I can think of, and. You know, what can you do? There were 4 symbiotes on the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Only one survives.
Only one.
Only one. Well, that we know of.
That we know
of. But Carlton Drake, it's kind of a stereotypical bad guy. You were commenting on this earlier.
Yes.
Super rich dude who wants what's best, but is willing to, literally murder people to get it.
He does what's best for the world at the expense of the unfortunate.
Yeah.
He has a lot of shady dealings and a lot of messed up methods. He likes to human experiment on.
Yeah, the symbiote bonds with one rabbit, And after it bonds with one rabbit and doesn't kill it, he's like, bring in the humans. Yes. It's like, bro, one rabbit.
His attempt to fix the homeless problem is to do human testing.
Feed them all to symbiotes.
Which, I mean, if you're hungry, I guess homeless person's probably a low-calorie snack.
As long as they don't have bath salts in them, you're probably doing good.
Oh, then you get a little trippy.
Venom already eats face, so what would change?
Maybe he wouldn't? That'd be weird.
Plot twist.
Really weird.
Right?
But yeah, he definitely has a god. Carlton Drake has a god complex.
Oh,
In the first homeless person feeding, as we'll call it.
Yeah.
The first offering to the first symbiote that they're testing.
The guy's name is Isaac.
Yes, and he's going on a rant about the biblical name of Isaac and
Abraham. Abraham taking Isaac to sacrifice him, and then he mentions God abandoned us, and then he says,
"I will not abandon us."
And it's like,
in clear reference of him referring to himself as God. Anytime you have that going on, you've got some things going on, messed up things.
Yeah.
You
need to reevaluate your priorities.
Yes. Probably need to see a shrink or two. Yeah. I mean, you got the money for it.
Right? Let's see. Oh, I wrote down, so as we were watching, I was taking notes, and I wrote down "Have a nice life" when they said it to him the first time. Yes. So, Drake says it to Eddie Brock after he blows the interview, and then Eddie Brock's boss says it to him after he fires him because he blew the interview. And then at the end of it, when Venom and Eddie deal the death blow, he says, "Have a nice life."
We might say it too soft for the cameras. Have a nice life.
What he said. I like that. I love it when something like that comes full circle in a movie.
Like little foreshadowing, you're like, oh, so that's why that was in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish there's actually a few of those in this movie.
Yeah, there's the angry Asian dude that's holding the lady who runs the convenience store up.
Mm-hmm. A lot of foreshadowing events in the movie that we didn't really write down, but they're in there. I really thought the story in the movie moved well.
Mm-hmm.
Like there wasn't a lull in action.
I didn't think there was many dead spots.
Wasn't really a lull in character development, maybe except for the fact that you didn't really have a reason that Venom decided to stay with the movie.
I wrote one down.
Stay on Earth.
So I wrote one down, and I mean, Venom likes Eddie Brock, yeah, sure.
Yes.
But Venom...
He's a strong host, as he says.
He is. He's a strong host. But Venom really gets the best end of the deal if he's the only symbiote on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Because then he can just eat his little heart out.
Yes. They, like I mentioned before, they have great chemistry, which we did confirm that
Tom Hardy voiced...
His character, of course, is the actor.
Eddie Brock and Venom.
It's actually really weird because you don't really see too many movies with Tom Hardy in there.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, he says that in the movie, TJ, but being a loser with somebody doesn't make you want to hang out with them for eternity.
No, not really.
But,
but the theory that we had was that he kind of got into his head, his mind, and felt that loser connection with them, and maybe they can bring good to each other's lives. That's one theory that we thought of. But I don't know. Why don't you let us know your theory, TJ?
Hook us up.
Love to hear your bits about this.
Yeah, on your thread there about Tom Hardy talking, I've never heard Tom Hardy talk this much in a movie.
Yes, except for maybe the movie that he played two roles, the gangster movie. There was a gangster movie that he played in. He played both parts. Twins.
Yeah. Locke? No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know that was a thing. I heard they weren't making it.
Breaking news.
IMDb says that Mad Max: The Wasteland has been announced, and that Tom Hardy is playing Max Rockatansky. Which, if that
is his last name,
Rockatansky, baby. Isn't that
that is a cool last name.
That's the most ballin' last name.
That's a cool last name.
So if I heard it was canceled, last I heard, they weren't going to go on with it because George Miller, is that his name? He was in, George Miller was having a breakdown at the studio and they weren't going to greenlight it. If, however, it is still coming out, I'm super stoked. Back to what we were talking about, though. Tom Hardy and his acting career. Legend. No.
Yeah. No.
Legend. That looks right. He plays two people in that. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
He does a lot of talking in that.
He plays twin brothers. Plays both brothers. So, yeah, you kind of have to do a lot of talking if you're going to play two characters.
That's true. I've not seen that one. I'll have to check it out. He does talk a lot as Bane, though, if you think. I mean, he's got a fair amount of lines in that.
He does.
More than he does in Mad Max or, what's that one? The Revenant. He doesn't say shit in The Revenant.
No.
He talks a bit, maybe that's just a...
He doesn't talk much in the Lawless movie either.
No, very little. Very, very brief sentences he talks in that one, especially after, he...
I was really worried about Tom Hardy in this movie just because, his habit of not speaking.
Yeah, no, I greatly enjoyed seeing him so much.
Because he really is a great actor.
He is.
He is.
Fantastic. I think he deserves all the credit that we give him.
He gets a lot of credit, too.
He was in Black Hawk Down? I never knew that.
And Star Trek Nemesis.
I never saw that.
There's a lot of movies. Sweeney Todd?
The TV movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, okay. Tom Hardy, I think, killed it. I think the whole cast killed it. Riz Ahmed, I'm so glad to see him in something else that was rather mainstream. He played Brody, which was the pilot in Star Wars Rogue One. And his character there was really good, but I feel like...
You were telling me earlier that a lot of his stuff got cut.
So
character development and whatnot.
Not confirmed because we don't really know what was in the original cut, but we know that there were a lot of reshoots, and I feel like his character in Rogue One
probably got cut the most.
He doesn't have a very full arc. His arc kind of starts in the middle and then just ends with him being a hero. There's no introduction to him.
He was the
pilot that gets tortured by the portcullis by Saul Guerrero, and then at the end of it, he's jacking himself into the uplink, and he's the one that gets to say Rogue One.
He's the tech guy.
Yeah. Which he did great in that, but I think he did fantastic in this.
Yes, he played a very good villain.
He plays megalomaniac very well.
Yes, he does. God complexes.
Right?
Same director as
Zombieland.
That's one reason why I think we like this movie so much.
So he's got Zombieland, Gangster Squad, 30 Minutes or Less. Those are some of his large credits. His name's Ruben Fleischer, if I'm saying that right.
But with this being said, with the success of Venom, they have announced that Venom 2 is in process.
Yeah.
But will more likely be changing him as director from early reports.
Sad.
Yeah, I really liked Ruben Fleischer's.
Yeah, another one.
Take at this.
This is one that I was going to mention earlier. He also produces and directs episodes of a TV show called Superstore that I greatly enjoy. Highly recommend it. Comes on NBC. It's got America Ferrera in it. Great show, underrated, super good. But the fact that he has something to do with it makes him even better in my eyes. So I think Venom was spectacular, and Zombieland is great. I assume he's going to be doing Zombieland 2, right?
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Yes. So only more to look forward to.
Yes. Now, let's get an official IMDb review score for Venom, please.
Yes, sir. It is. Where'd it go?
Hit back.
Where's it at? Shouldn't it be?
6.8.
6.8. And on Rotten Tomatoes, how'd you like that keyboard Foley? Rotten Tomatoes, it has...
Where are you at?
Why is it so far down? A 28%.
But it also has an 84% audience score.
28% critic score, 84% audience score. Rotten Tomatoes, get your shit together.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. They really, when they want to hate a movie, they hate a movie.
I was reading something today about the algorithms on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and they say Rotten Tomatoes is a better algorithm for how they come up with their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not.
No. Because personally, if we're going to do this the IMDb way, 7 out of 10, or 1 out of 10, I give it a 7.
Oh,
I give it a 7, so that's where I got 7 out of 10 from.
yeah, I'll go 7. I'll go 7.5 even.
Okay.
I would put this up there. Very enjoyable movie. I would say I could watch it again right now.
Yeah.
I'd say it's very rewatchable. A lot of good stuff there.
Good action.
For
really
sure.
Good action. Really good action. But I think that wraps up our movie review for the week.
But all we got for Venom.
We do recommend you watch it.
Highly recommend.
It's on Blu-ray, DVD at your local Redbox or on any streaming game system. PlayStation, Xbox, you can rent it off there.
Yeah, you can probably rent it from Prime too. I don't know.
More than likely. But last but not least,
our NFL divisional playoff picks.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty.
The gritty nitty.
There's only 4 games, so we're going to introduce a new element to our picks, and that's going to be final score predictions.
We're going to see how wrong we can be with score numbers.
It's bad enough that we're already probably wrong with some.
I think we've done pretty good.
We've done pretty good on our picks.
We'll add it up at the end of the year and see how close we are.
Yeah. Definitely next year we'll probably have a win-loss tally.
Oh yeah, we'll keep
on screen.
We'll keep up our
information.
We'll keep up our bracket next year.
But let's start off with the first game on Saturday.
AFC game. We have the Colts at the Chiefs. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Colts. The Chiefs have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. As long as they continue to win, they will host every game they can until Super Bowl.
I have the Chiefs over the Colts.
I as well have the Chiefs over the Colts. But I'll be honest with you, this is going to be a close one for me. I want to pull for the Chiefs, but look, it's hot right now leading this team. The Chiefs have 2 weeks to prepare, but their history concerns me. Their history concerns me. I'm a Philly fan, so I love me some Andy Reid, but he struggles in the playoff in the recent years. This game is probably going to be high scoring, and I'm going to say 37-34, really either way.
See, I put it a little bit lower on the score. I went 24-17.
Okay.
A, I'm not very good at predicting scores, and B, I just think they're going to be pulling out all the stops this time of the year. I mean, it's the freaking playoffs. So both high-scoring teams, yes. So you might be closer there, but I just feel like they might. You just wait till we get there. You just wait.
Just wait, TJ.
Looking at you through this camera. 24-17 was my final score there. Next game, NFC game, we have the Cowboys at the Rams. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Yes.
I have the Rams over the Cowboys, 34-20.
Really? I have the Rams over the Cowboys, 31-24. Rams are pretty much went off this offseason trading assets, picks, signing big-name players left and right, decided to go into win-now mode with their team, with a young Gurley Goff combo, and so it's now it's.
Are you allowed to say that? Oh no, never mind.
Yeah,
they said Gurley Goff, and I'm just imagining.
No. Gurley and Goff the last name. You can say that. So now it's time to earn your paychecks. So I believe LA is going to have it this week.
I'm with you. Next up, we have an AFC game. The Chargers at the Patriots.
This is going to be the first game for Sunday.
I have the Patriots over the Chargers.
I have the Chargers over the Patriots.
I'm a cynic at heart, and I don't think the Patriots are going to let themselves lose. I think they might, I don't know, inflate a story or something and make it happen.
Yeah. Or deflate something. I'm gonna catch some shit for this pick from Joey. That's for sure.
Hey, I'm saying they're gonna cheat to win. So, is that better?
Kind of like the Chiefs game before. I say this game's gonna have a 5-point swing either way. I'm gonna say for final score 38-33.
I've got 28-24.
Ooh,
again, I think they're gonna be pulling out the stops, and there's just I think. I'm banking on a lot of reckless plays in some of these low-scoring games that I've put down because I just anticipate some turnovers.
Oh yes. This is when the best football happens.
For sure.
This is when the best football happens.
For sure. Kind of like racing in the last 10 laps.
Yes. Or that last fourth turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last turn out of turn 4 is always great. Always a battle.
Oh, yeah. Last game for this weekend, NFC game, the Eagles at the Saints. I have the Eagles over the Saints.
Have the Eagles over the Saints.
Ow, I hurt myself.
I'm a realist.
Ow.
I know it's going to be a very tough game to go down to the Big Easy and get this win, but wouldn't be a fan if I didn't choose my team now, would I?
I mean, and I'm not just saying that because he's sitting next to me either. The Eagles have been on a streak these past few weeks, and granted, they might have got lucky against the Bears icing that kicker, but I don't know. The Saints have been hot this year, but the Eagles have been hotter.
As of right now, especially, the Eagles are definitely on a more hot-ridden streak than them. They're going to see if they can't ride that Nick Foles magic all the way to the Super Bowl like they did last year.
I've got this one as a close game. I've got 34-31.
This is a very close game. 30-28. There's definitely going to be some field goals and extra points going down the wire in this game as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just hopefully, once again, they fall in our favor. So, can't wait to see that. This is honestly, I can't wait to watch this game. My father, he is a Saints fan. So, all right, I was talking to him today already about a little smack.
Oh.
Honestly, just hoping for it to be a good game instead of a 30-point blowout like last time. So, that's all I'm really hoping for. It's a good game.
Fingers crossed for not a 30-point blowout.
But I am picking my boys to win because, like I said before, why would I be a fan if I didn't pick them to win?
There you go.
But
that's about it for us this week. So I reckon for
social media plugs.
Oh, I take back everything I said. You can check us out on Twitter at NerdRidge.
You can check us out on Instagram at Blue Ridge Nerd Network. You can see that we uploaded a new picture for this stream for our Venom review.
We're working on our memes.
A quick photoshopping deal. You might
I think
like
it
it.
fine.
It's all right. It was just quick. Honestly, we did it in 5 minutes, but hey,
maybe less.
Maybe less. We didn't time it, but came out pretty good. Tell us what you think in the comments below on the video and on Instagram. He's Don. I'm Luke. We're the Blue Ridge Nerd Network. And we are signing.
Remember, you got to click it twice. And we are. No, you